Hi there, parents. Welcome and thank you so much for clicking on my video. I am Simone Renfro and I will be presenting four parental action strategies that you can use to motivate your children at home. Um, I am a mother of a 19-year-old, so these strategies I listed some that I have applied in my personal life. So right here on this page, it's just the table of contents, give a breakdown of what we'll be going over today, introduction, list some demotivations. There'll be a few terms that I would define before I go over the motivation strategies. So right here you have the dictionary definition to motivation. It refers to a process of inducing and stimulating an individual to act in a certain manner. Motivation implies encouraging and urging the individual to perform to the best of their capacities, so as to achieve the desired goals. We know that motivation is very important, and you definitely want to provide motivation in your home because it is a priority that we should not neglect as a parent. We all know that a happy and motivated child is a productive child. So right here, I just want to address some issues that I feel affect motivation at home. These ones, the first one will be your habits as a parent and your involvement in your child's life, their involvement in their learning and family issues. Right here, these are just some common causes of demotivation. You have lack of interest in the task at hand. You have fear of failure or disappointment. You have feeling overwhelmed or frustrated with tasks or maybe particular subject that they just don't like. So the very first strategy that I feel is the most important for a parent, because it is one that you have direct control over, and that will be the environmental influences. So this is really going to shape your child early on, as early on as the infant stage. So that's why I have this as number one. So what is environmental influences? Environmental influences refer to all external factors shaping our development, including our culture, family, peers, education, and geography. They interact with our genetic makeup to shape our behavior and personality, the nature that we value. Um, the importance of environmental influences. The environment plays a critical role in shaping a child's behavior and motivation. Creating a positive and stimulating environment can help them thrive. Positive environmental influences motivate your children to learn and to grow. The types of environmental influences you control as a parent, the first one being your cultural environment, which includes shared beliefs, values, customs, upbringings, and behaviors of your family. Social environment includes the people around your child, such as friends, family, and neighbors. Physical environment includes your physical surroundings where you raise your child. Environmental influences include rewards and punishments. They play a significant role in shaping human behavior in your development. And this is noted by psychologist B.F. Skinner. So I took this direct quote from Mr. Skinner. All right. So your child will come across negative external factors that are out of your control, especially when they start daycare or school. So this is very important to provide your child with social norms so that these negative factors do not affect their thought process and their behavior. So strategy number two is motivating your child through internal attributions. With the attribution theory, this is where you can teach your child about the importance of accountability. My son struggled with that early on in life, what you call the blame game. Okay. So, attribution theory explains how people interact and explain causes of behavior. It can be used to motivate your child by attributing successes and failures to internal factors rather than external factors. Okay? So, you have internal versus external attribution. Internal attribution is when you're taking responsibility for your successes and failures. External attribution is when you're blaming outside factors for your successes or failure. So you might have your child say, "Oh, I failed that test because it was just too hard," or the teacher didn't thoroughly teach the subject, or they might say, "Well, everyone else failed, so it's no big deal." So, as a parent, you can enhance your child's self-esteem and motivation by using positive feedback. And here's where you will focus on the effort rather than their abilities or capabilities. So, when you're using internal attributions, you help your child shift their mindset from a fear of failure to growth. You want your child to be able to recognize that their failures are part of the learning process and that it's okay to experience them. All right. So the approach, growth mindset approach, you help your child foster a growth mindset where they start believing that their abilities and their intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. You want to teach your child how to embrace challenges as a learning and growing opportunity. You want your child to feel they are in control. You want them to believe that it is their own behavior rather than outside forces or external circumstances that leads to their successes or failure. The benefits of internal attributions, you will see a shift with to positive self-talk, positive thinking, positive behavior. You will see a boost in their motivation, a boost in their self-efficiency, and they will take action approach. So strategy number 3 is motivating your child with mastery approach goals. What is a mastery approach goal? So, mastery approach goals focus on personal improvement, learning, and growth. You want to encourage your child to set realistic goals, celebrate the progress, and to learn from their mistakes as they go. Help your child to decide what they want to achieve and then commit to it. Make sure that their goals are not too easy and not too hard. You definitely do not want to create the emotion of frustration by giving them something too hard. And then you want them to somewhat challenge yourself. So you definitely don't want to make it too easy. So when you're setting goals, make them SMART goals. And with SMART, that means specific, measurable, attainable, relevant to the tasking subject, and time bound. Okay. So once you set these goals, so you take a few steps after you set the goals. You make a plan. Have the child get to work, and you motivate them to stick to it, and ultimately they will reach their goal. Have your child write their goals down to make them to feel tangible. I saw that this was helpful with Michael if I wrote stuff down and put it on the refrigerator because everyone goes in and out of the refrigerator. So it's something visual that they can see to remind them every day. So when I say tangible, that's what I'm meaning is just something for your child, physical, to help them identify mentally that the goals that they just set that they're real. Okay. So with the mastery approach goals, they're important because they're going to help your child prioritize their efforts, their progress, and the learning. All this a priority over performance and competition. It's not going to be just about the end results with them. with the mastery approach goal. Okay, so with strategy number 3, you're motivating your child with expectancy value placed on the task of subject. So together, you motivate your children to learn and achieve their goals. Okay, so with strategy number 3, you're motivating your child with expectancy value theory. Um, this is the opportunity where you can let your child know just how they're important, that the tasks that they're doing are important. They're not in vain. So the two components of expectancy value theory, you have first the expectancy definition is the belief that effort leads to improved performance. Value definition is the importance placed on the task of subject. So together, you motivate your children to learn and achieve their goals once you get them to believe in the task and place a value on it. So your child will run into tasks and subjects that they're going to view that they're boring. They might view them too difficult or just not important at all. And when this happens, your child is less likely to put forth effort when their perception of something has a low value. So this is where you will apply the expectancy value theory to help your child. So as a parent, you can set the tone of success for your child by expecting greatness from them. Let them know that I believe that she could do this, whether it's difficult. You never ever want your child to be a scepter of failing at a task or a subject. My son kind of did that around middle school age. If he didn't like something, he was okay with getting a B or a C. So you want to help your child understand the value and the relevance of what they're learning. You want to highlight the importance of the task or the subject and how it will apply in their real life as they get older. Because my son definitely was like, I don't think I ever used geometry ever in my life, but yet learning geometry ended up helping him in a chemistry class. And so you want to provide also positive feedback on that. A bonus strategy that I wanted to include is keeping an open line of communication. I pride myself in doing this with my 19-year-old. Oh my gosh, I think he over communicates with me. There's some things that I was like, oh, go tell your dad or somebody, okay? But communication is just make time in your schedule every day for your child. This is the best and easiest way to show your child that they are loved, that they're valued, and they're an important part of your life in the family life. Let your child know that their opinion matter. Ask the question, is there anything you need more from me? And when they answer honestly, try not to get in your feelings. I know my son let me know my tone. He didn't like my tone, and that I over explained. So at this point, you should see that self efficiency is a common denominator no matter what motivational strategy you apply with your child at the house. You want to improve that self efficiency. So, as a quick definition, self efficiency is the belief in our ability to accomplish tasks and reach goals. It drives us to challenge ourselves. Okay. So, a child that is an athlete who believes that they can win a competition is more likely to train harder and perform better. And then you have a child who believes that they can pass a difficult exam, they're more likely to study harder and perform better. And a child who believes that they can overcome a challenge is more likely to take action and succeed. So with self efficiency, they develop this determination mindset. So maintain all these motivations. You just encourage their progress. You want to celebrate their achievements along the way. You know, like I said, you set achievable goals, not unrealistic ones. To keep your child motivated. So, a recap of the action strategies for parents. Like I said, you want to set those achievable goals, and you want to reward the progress towards them. You want to challenge your child with tasks that's not too easy, but not so hard. You know, praise your child's effort and progress, not just their achievements. Give positive feedback along the way. Okay. In conclusion, promoting intrinsic motivation is an effective parent strategy. Providing positive environmental influences is central. Setting realistic goals is needed to challenge your child, and always be available to talk with your child. They like I said, you're your children's number one teacher and number one influencer. So it's very important that you have that open line of communication. So thank you guys for listening and considering these strategies to help motivate your child. I know this was a very lengthy video, so thank you so much and keep up the great work of being an awesome parent.